Oh my god, this music. Okay. I just put on a random YouTube mix. I didn't really listen to it beforehand or anything, so. This is interesting. Maybe we'll stick with this. Yeah, I'm on the right screen. Okay, let's get right into this. We're gonna continue right off where we did yesterday. This online game. Now that I actually have a bearing of what coding this online is gonna look like, I should be able to do this way quicker. So I thought about how these opponents need to be different sides. Hey Morame, online game development, that's what it is. So I figured out that the new opponent, so basically if it needs to flip around the chunk without SMS and registration, that's the best though, then anyone can play. The only reason I need to add registration is when I want to sell hats and monetization. Registration goes along with the bad things that aren't necessary. Well, technically monetization is necessary because servers cost money. But yeah, right now I have a separate packet for new opponent, but if it needs to flip the chunk around, then it needs to know right here if it's the reversed opponent. So in the new chunk, I'm actually going to include, I think, the new opponent data. And that actually should work better if I remember how this function works. Yeah, because I had to do some trickery here where I'm like, yeah, this should be easier. Alright, this music is pretty weird. You know what, it's different though. I'm just thinking, I need to change around how this packet actually is. I'm gonna add an extra value that I don't know what it's gonna mean. Maybe 0 means, well, 0 is gonna mean no component. 1 I think will mean that there's an opponent that's not mirrored, and 2 will mean it's an opponent and it's mirrored. So that way I can actually just send this normally. And all it does is make the packet a little bit longer. Which one is going to be mirrored? Maybe I should do it random which one is mirrored. I need to initialize this as actually, wait. I don't need to initialize that there because it's not even going to be used until I do this, I think. Like, it's not going to be used unless sharing is set, and then I'm going to set that here. Okay, so yeah, I'm actually going to do a random mirroring. So if this is 0 or 1, then boom. Hey, Blue Dynamite. Yeah, I was feeling cold, so this is one of my coziest sweaters. Alright, and then the mirrored this opposing client is the opposite of this, like that. Okay, so now we can send that data here. Set the packet buffer data. So I have a really simplistic, or it makes it kind of hard to understand, but it's really easy to use for this packet system where all the packets to send just go in this packet buffer, single buffer, and then the client write just sends that buffer. So it's always using the same one, which makes it really easy to communicate data between function calls. Do you like my sweater? Yeah. I don't know, man, that's actually a pretty dangerous thing to say. There's some crazy Christmas sweaters these days. Like, there is literally a whole market of offensive Christmas sweaters. Wait, why did I remove the if statement there? There we go. Now I just need to set this the opposite. Oh wait, this can actually turn into a single that. Alright, there we go. So now that'll also send the data on the opponent and if it's mirrored. And then after that, we should just be able to send the opponent's position over now besides the seed. Check if okay, actually while this is in my mind, I want to increase this from 40 to 50, so there's actually a bit of a delay between where it finds an opponent. Oh wait, okay, actually this is something I'll do afterwards. This is going to be a whole thing where right now it doesn't reset your opponent. I'm just going to get the opponent working, actually, do one thing at a time. Get the opponent working before I make the opponent, I don't know, cleaned up. So for this, it's going to be checking if this does not equal 0. If so, I need to put a mirrored variable here, I guess. Yeah, so this is the mirror value of the fish itself, right? Yeah, okay. So if equal to 2, and then now we're going to need, hey, morning, said who? Now we're actually going to need to create the other fish so we can assign this mirrored value. But what I think I'm going to do is I'm actually going to, one of the hard parts of doing this mirroring is I'm going to need to mirror the whole rendering for, yeah, basically like on the client where it is mirrored, I'm literally going to need to mirror the whole map and everything to make this work. Because so I have the option of either mirroring it in physics and everything else behind the scenes, But then that just like doesn't play well at all, because then that technically means you have 2 different maps for each player, and then it makes collision checking on the server and everything way harder. So what I think is easiest to have one constant map and literally have the other fish travel the other direction. But then on that fish's screen it needs to be traveling to the right instead of the left, so I just need to mirror everything. And I should be able to do that in a shader with just a negative multiplication. But so that's gonna be what I'm gonna have to do here. Is the other thing is, though, I don't have right now I don't have any way, I believe, of actually passing, and I actually need to look at this. I don't have any way of passing in the data, I think. Oh, actually I do. The camera has an angle that I'm not using, and so I can actually, by default, this is going to be, one of these is going to be a positive or negative 1, so I can just set the angle to what'll make this a positive or negative 1, and then I can use that as my scale value. That is how you hack in uniform information. Oh man, I can't wait. I'm gonna do 3D stuff in this eventually. I've got like a whole replacement shader system in this. This is basically useless for 2D, thinking about it. Like actually, you could do this, you could do 2D shadows with this, but this is actually for doing shadow mapping or things like that in 3D, is for like, it renders everything with a single shader, and it automatically like rebinds the uniforms to the same names. So basically what you can, this is actually like based on a system that's in Unity. Honestly, it's such a good system, that's why I wanted it. So basically what you can do if you want to render shadows, you just write a shader that renders shadows or renders depth, the color buffer. And then maybe you could also do like advanced stuff like have texture cutouts. So if you have leaves or alpha cutouts, you can actually have the leaves show up as proper shadows, and then it renders everything with the depth. You use that for your shadow map, shadow's depth map. But honestly, I built this in the 2D version just so that I can use it for 3D eventually. But so the one thing I want to do for 3D, so I was looking in my, in the C engine, I was just going to use asset importer, but in JavaScript, you don't have that. So I looked at GLTF, and the one thing I hate about GLTF is that it splits the 3D model into a bunch of separate files. So you've got like a 3D, you've got like the main GLTF JSON file that says where the data is, like the 3D vertex data, but then the vertex data and that binary data is actually in separate binary data files. The reason I hate this is because on a web server, it's actually much more efficient to pack things into a giant file. Like how I made this whole system to pack everything into a big index.html. This actually just has like it has all my shaders, it's got all the JavaScript, it's got all the CSS and HTML in it. So I honestly have looked at this, and I think ASCII FBX, so the text-based format for FBX, is what I'm going to go with, because it has a material system which I'm probably not going to use. It has the 3D mesh animation, it has all the 3D model attributes you could want. So it's, yeah, FBX. And it's like a very popular format, so my idea is to code a JavaScript importer for it. That'll be a nice project one day. And but it's closed source. See, that's the interesting thing. It's closed source, but Blender, actually it now has an open source implementation of it. And the Blender devs have actually written up So I believe the text format, the ASCII format, is actually open source. It's the binary version that's closed source. But the Blender devs have actually gone through and documented a whole bunch of the binary format structures. They reverse engineered? Yeah, pretty much. So that's going to be majorly helpful. And then, like, yeah, I just want a whole little engine to make stuff in browser, like especially little 3D. I want to make a little FPS in browser, like just, I don't know, we'll see. Start with a 2D game first, or finish this 2D game. But yeah, that's the thing when you're like planning stuff like this. Like, you actually have to plan in if you're gonna do like render textures and replacement materials and shit like that. You have to, even if you're doing 2D, if you're gonna do 3D in the future, you actually need to like plan that in. Or it's gonna be like a complete mess if you just try and like shove it in there afterwards and go, I'll make it fit. I'll make it work. Yeah, right here, I'm gonna look at feeding in this mirror data. So this is going to be weird because it's also going to mean the player's not reset to X, it's reset to like 50 or something like that. We'll have to see. Yeah, this will require a lot of testing. I guess I'll just do the flipping right now. Camera angle equals 0. Let me just make sure I understand this. Math.sin 0 should be 0. Cos 0 should be 1 or negative 1. 1. Okay, so that's what we're looking for. And then to get that to negative 1, yep, pi. Okay, there's our values. So if the player is mirrored, then we're setting it to pi, if not it's 0, and then the cosine value of that camera sine and cosine values for the matrix. We gotta go into our shader now. So we gotta flip everything. We've gotta flip the fish here. Oh boy, yeah, I'm gonna need to do, oh, you know what? So this is the great thing about having just custom shaders in your thing. I can just take this code right here that does the normal rotation, and I can just convert that to a nice old horizontal flip, which is what I need to do. What were those values again? Okay, it's SD0W that has the cosine value. Okay, so now that should do a horizontal flip across here. I gotta do the same thing right here now. Times Alright, hopefully that should do it. I have no idea what's going on, but I'm enthusiastic about it. I'm hoping there's actually going to be an online... So this is the thing about an online game. You guys might be able to play this today. I have a server. Or I have a VPS. Alright. Accept a new connection, one player. Oh yeah, I forgot. I'm gonna need separate browser windows for this. Yeah, dude, there's no reason you can make a 3D game online. Well, this is the thing what I'm thinking of. For me, I want a first-person shooter that's offline, but still gives me a huge challenge of like a good opponent. I don't know if you, like, it's so hard to explain, but I almost want to try stuff like I'm not, basically I just want to make an AI that's an actual, like, you know what I mean? How AI are never really a challenge in shooter games. They're either like too difficult, or I'm gonna try and do stuff like hook a neural network up to an FPS AI, and then see if like I can have it train to basically match you and be like an opponent. So like I have a whole bunch of stuff like that I want to try, and I honestly think just doing it in browser, like, it's honestly so much quicker for me to go and whip up one of these things in JavaScript where I can just load in images and all these things. I don't know if that's gonna work, to be honest. I just think I can't make it too big. Like, obviously the browsers are much more limited in RAM and a whole bunch of stuff. So, human intelligence? I don't think it's human intelligence though. That's the thing. I think it's like basic, like shooting each other is like, it all depends on what senses I give the AI. Like, is pathfinding automatically handled for it by some internal system? Oh, look, here it's flipped. So it's not rendering the fish correctly. But there we go. I can't tell if that's, yeah, there's something wrong about that. I was watching World War II documentary, we watched something like a historically accurate World War II game with all the chaos and destruction. That's probably impossible. You can't simulate trench foot. Unless you put people in VR rigs where they actually feel pain and all this stuff, and that's just not. Alright, so just flipping it horizontally, or just flipping everything horizontally wasn't what I'm supposed to do. I think, so what I'm doing here is I'm just flipping screen space. I believe what I'm supposed to do, I'm going to leave this unflipped for now. So, for simple sake, I think I'm supposed to flip it in world space right here. It would be cool seeing what happened to Germans on the Russian front. Actually play through it. There's another interesting thing. I honestly don't think anyone's gonna have the exact experience of anyone there without actually being there. Like, the actual experience is something that's probably like timeless. There's no way to actually like simulate it, if you know what I mean. Because there's no way to know exactly what happened there. Line this up so I can leave the server. So what I'm trying to make sure is that these are separate and they're not completely flipped. And it 100% right now looks like it's really hard to tell actually. I'm gonna try again with different seeds. So basically I'm trying to make sure that these still don't mirror each other. I'm almost wondering if that's like a thing with my procedural generation, that this does mirror each other. Yeah, it's 100% mirroring itself right there. I don't think that's how it's supposed to be. Like, let me do just one on its own. Is this a mirror of the other side? No, it's not. It's not a mirror. Whoa, what's happening here? Client disconnected. We now have 1 players. Whoa, that was weird. There's something wrong with my server. That might be what I changed the other day. Trying to do this. Trying to do proper iteration even when it's removed. Oh, I think I have to do FDB minus equals as well. That's the issue. I ended up reading the wrong socket. Oversteering. Try that. I don't know if that's the exact issue though. Looking at this though, it actually shouldn't remove any more than 1. So let me look back at this flipping. So local to world. Oh my god, I am a moron. I am an absolute moron. So this local to world right here is flipping the fish, what I said I didn't want to flip. And this is the water that I said I wanted to flip, that I removed it from. Yeah, it's 9:30. It's 9:30 in the morning. To be honest, there are games which try and show what meant to play, but it's only all the Call of Duties. Yeah. Maybe I'm just supposed to do that right there. I actually want to play through an older COD. I think you can. This might be hard. Alright, let me just try and fix this server issue. I need to think about this. This is not aligned. The world isn't aligned across 0 and 0. So flipping it across 0 and 0 doesn't work. Let's get matrices in my live already. First COD was COD finest hour before Modern Warfare. I remember I got, I think it was Call of Duty 2. I can't remember what it was called. Like, I almost feel like it was Red something. And I was hoping that I could play online on like the Xbox still. And I went to go play it. Like, I remember I got it for sale at like GameStop or something, and I went back to my friend's house and we went on and it was like online servers are down. And we looked up and like the online servers went down like years ago. And we were just like, shit, man, that's why it's on sale. Okay, you know what? Let's start with making the fish go backwards. Okay, so for here, I gotta put the player on the other side of the map. In time, they banned swastika in games, let alone playing as them. Yeah, that's in Germany, right? Not only Germany, anywhere? No, there's tons of games that have swastikas in them. So I'm going to need to switch this around on the server. Switch this check around. Now it'll be going backwards. So I'll make this farther away just to test this. Found opponent. Okay. Now we just need to add right here where updates. We need to check if we could have just set velocity at the beginning. We don't need to set it at each frame, but if mirrored -2. Documentary I saw, they said the Japanese actually fought with swords in World War II. I mean, there's a lot of situations close quarters where I could honestly see that. Like, I don't think you realize how easy it is to shoot one of your, like, teammates or other, like, when you're, like, really close. But a lot of them died. Man, a lot of people die on every side of the war. Like, a lot of people. And people who say that they don't have lots of people dead, I would look at them downplaying their numbers. Huh, which one is mirrored? Oh, that's weird. That one's supposed to be mirrored. And it wasn't. Americans couldn't beat them militarily, so they used nukes on their cities. Pretty crazy. Well, no. What actually happened is the Japanese wouldn't surrender. Beat is a really hard thing to define. Do you define beat in a war as killing every single citizen, destroying all of their cities, or is beating them in a war having them surrender and having them stop fighting? Because, like, I don't think there's any actual winners. I don't think, like, you beat someone in a war, you outlast them.
There is no statute of limitation.
This is -2, right?
Music, paradoxically, I think you can look for it. It's one of the very best ways we have of showing who we really are.
I'm actually confused. I am sending the packet over, right? Maybe I actually didn't compile the server. Alright, so what's supposed to happen here is it goes to the new chunk. It should say new opponent as well, and one should have mirrored. Yep, this one's got mirrored. Oh my god, here we go, it's actually mirrored. Okay, so, or at least it's, the physics are mirrored, it's going backwards. It started backwards. Now what we have to see, no, okay. So, yeah, we need to time it so both kind of pass the end at the same time. But alright, that's a lot better. That's actually functioning. So now I need to actually figure out how to flip. I don't want to flip the fish yet, just flip.
Everybody, each of us, everybody in the world has the power to create and be part of music in a very dynamic way.
I'm gonna flip actually the position of the camera to the fish. There we go, okay. Bugs me how the windows aren't exactly aligned. There we go, that's very nice.
Is a really crazy project. I'd be able to show things about myself that I can't tell you in words. Personal things, perhaps deeper things.
Alright, now how do I mirror this?
It's a great deal. It's a lot to us. But music is even
I'm gonna try the same thing I just did before, flipping
just listen to it.
the whole UV. Oh, that's interesting. So that actually flipped. Oh, that flipped everything around, so now it moves normal. Okay. Okay, I see what I have to do. So I have to not just flip this. Okay, I have to flip the whole damn thing.
It's very important. Music can change your life. Almost anything can change your, the way you communicate with others. It can change your body. It can change your mind.
Whoa, what happened here? Oh, I think it's literally in the negative. Okay. So, yeah, I messed up here by having all of the... Oh yeah, now it's finally getting along. Okay, so because it's... Oh man. So this is all because I made the course start at 0 and go over to like 50. I need to make the course be centered around 0, so then when I flip it... So I could actually do that right now, but I'm just thinking about it, and it's actually easier if I do all of this centered around 0 and switch around all of this, because then this becomes an absolute value. Like this, the absolute value of this is bigger. I'm going to make the course much shorter for this test, I think, as well, so I can do this quicker. Alright, so now I need to change this. X part here should actually, I remove that -15 and just do this, I think. Unresolved external symbol f_abza. I swear to God it's f_abza. Oh, I must just not be including math.h. Yeah, not including math.h. There we go. Oh no. Okay, there's something broken. This new system I created did not function effectively. Oh, I gotta fix that disconnect error. It's trying to close the socket when it's already closed right here. Oh, I never set the X position here. Oh, that's why I'm putting it on the wrong side. I feel like this absolute value here is wrong. I'm not sure though. Test it out. So that's weird. It's almost like it's spawning it still at 0. Instead of spawning it at -5 or wherever. Player.x. Equals -5. It should still be it though, I believe. Or am I thinking wrong about how step works? This will return 1 when 5 is greater than that. No, yeah, that's when this is less than 5, it returns 1. That's what it's supposed to do. Alright, let's try spawning it farther away. No, that seemed to put it even farther across. That's weird. Why does it seem to be offset by there? The 0 point of this seems to start so let me get this straight. How are OD and SD different? Plus SD0xy plus OD0xy. So one is the camera X, one is the water position. Seed X. Okay. Yeah, I remember now. So this is the seed. This is the camera position. I actually wonder if this little bit here is messing it up. I don't think so, but let's try it. No. Yeah, so UV.X is obviously starting at 0 for some reason. -1 to 1 plus X minus. And the math is obviously not working out. I can't figure out why. I don't know what it is, but this one headphone keeps falling out of my ear. My ear doesn't like it. Yeah, I know this part is working properly, so... Not the seed. Maybe this is supposed to be minus. Okay, what doesn't make sense... Let me actually try this again. What is the fish position during this? Okay, never mind. It is... Okay. I think my whole reference of what 20 units is just completely messed up, and that's what's happening. I'm gonna go to negative 10 units or 20 units. There we go. Oh yeah, so that's just 10 units of blocks actually. That's nothing. Oh my god, so it was working properly. I'm just a moron and wasn't understanding what I was seeing. Oh my god. Well, not the first time that's happened. So... I think I'm gonna keep that just for now. And I'm gonna test flipping, see if flipping it actually works. So it was mirrored there again. It wasn't supposed to be mirrored. That was weird. But watching these, none of them are mirrored. And when I put these against each other, they are mirrored. Oh my god, wait. Yeah, of course it's mirrored. It's just mirrored with itself. Yeah, it's just mirrored with itself. Oh god, okay. This is confusing. So... I've completely messed this up. This isn't supposed to be flipped when it's mirrored. But I think maybe it is because it flips it here. Okay, we're gonna try this. Gonna try flipping the fish. No, that's wrong. I think, yeah, maybe I think I actually am. I think I had it right before flipping the whole thing camera space right here. So the positioning is more correct here, but the fish still isn't there. Let me see if it's maybe offset. Offset the wrong amount. Yeah, so the fish is nowhere on the screen. Although it is at somewhat of a correct position. Hey, the Mole King. Yeah, so the circle that's on the left side here also supposed to be on the left side over here. Oh man, this is actually really difficult. This is a game I'm trying to make, a little online JavaScript game. I'm trying to flip around the world so that when the one fish is actually going left, it still looks on the player's screen like it's going to the right. By just flipping it around. But flipping it exactly around is proving to be pretty difficult. Oh, so now it's kind of working. It's rendering it in the center. But yeah, this isn't supposed to move backwards. It's actually supposed to move to the right. Can I join the stream? I don't have anyone else on my streams. I don't do, like, I don't voice chat with people while I stream. And this isn't really a project I'm working on with other people. Honestly, more for myself to try out WebSockets. So this wasn't flipping the movement. Or was it? No, yeah, it is flipping it. It's still moving. It's supposed to be moving same way as this one. Yeah, this was the mirrored one. This isn't even so much coding right now, it's like figuring out which way to turn the numbers. Because it's literally just scaling it by a single -1. It's just where do I scale it correctly. You know what, I could actually do this without 2 clients as well. If I just set this to mirrored anyways. That's what I'm gonna do. Oh wait, it'll be easier to debug. Not having to send both clients through the server each time. Oh, whoa, is that actually correct? I think I might have actually got it. Let me actually try them together now. Yes, they're going the correct direction. So you can see this is actually mirrored because it's the opposite for this one. Now I just need to move the sphere over to the side, or circle over to the side there. It's probably going to move it the opposite direction. You know what I'm looking, I think I'm going to add like a little pattern to this so I can actually tell if this is mirrored. Because right now, with just a little white circle, wouldn't it be to the right? Not the center. Yeah, well that's the whole thing, is behind the scenes it's supposed to be mirrored, but on the player's screen it's supposed to look exactly like it's going the same direction, so it never flips directions when behind the scenes it's actually mirroring. And actually this is in the shader that I want to do this. We can actually just visualize the UV right here, normalize UV. This will visualize it. There we go. It's hard to see. I should make them bigger. And they aren't flipped because it's not in world space. Oh my god, it doesn't even make a difference. Okay. Anyways, let's flip this around. I think it's right here. Flip everything around. Actually, wait, what are we doing here? We're flipping it around except for the position. I need to do that before this subtraction here. That would actually be in world space right here. We'll try some different things. We'll see. For the fish, it'll honestly probably work to just flip it in screen space because the fish are going to be at these fixed positions. Huh, yeah, so it flipped it off screen or something. SD0W, right? Yeah. Camera. Try putting it right here. Where the world position is flipped, that's probably what will work. No. Where's our fishy? I'm gonna take it a lot off center, or remove this part so that it's it's just a tiny bit off center, so we can see where this is really moving it to. I'm confused what's happening here. Oh, yeah, so one of the things to do to make this way easier will be to make the fish way bigger. So we will start the fish off decent sized. There we go. So now if the fish is hiding in a corner or off to the side or something, it should be way easier. Nope, don't see it anywhere here. Let me just make sure of something. So this will output a red if everything is good. The reason why red is it'll be easy to see from the background. Oh my god, I did the wrong one.
know, I think would be easier than clicking build here. Maybe doing a command line. But I can just do like up enter. Here we go. Red block. So what we don't want is the mirrored one to be black. No, it's red. Okay, so everything is good on the mirrored end in terms of what data is being passed over to the rendering shader. Guess I'm just gonna try every place I can put this. I think maybe I need to flip the world around and then flip the camera around. Nope, just straight up gone. Huh. Maybe the value is wrong. I swear, flipping this world to camera shouldn't do anything serious. I'm gonna try something. This is also making sure it's just not going over one. Like, there's no reason to me that I could see. Hold on. Not supposed to output the whole thing. Like, multiplying this by -1 when it should just be the screen position already going -1 to 1 shouldn't do anything. So I'm not sure. Have to do more testing. But I honestly don't see why this is happening other than these values are wrong. No. So if these were different colors, different shades of red, yeah, but no, that's not what's happening. So let me just try this right here. Flip the x half. No. What in the hell? How does just scaling by -1 go through crap? I don't understand how scaling the x by -1 here does that. WebGL viewport range, unless I'm like the viewport is -1 to 1. I'm befuzzled. SD0.w, SD0.w. How are you? I'm doing alright. Can't figure this out though. Oh my god. I don't see at all how scaling by -1 here would cause this to completely disappear. That doesn't make sense. I guess what I could do is I could output this screen position to the UV. I have depth testing off, I believe. Depth right, true, depth test 0. Wait, depth right is true? What? Depth right false. Wrong with the material system here. Depth right, depth right. Oh, I have to do it in JSL. Oh, okay. Or I believe this is what it is. Error dimension mismatch. Okay, well at least it's loading the correct uniform now. So then I think I'm just going to output this UV here. Using log, and that'll give me a giant range. Okay, this should look weird. Not enough data provided. Production. Oh, yeah. Yeah, key point on trying to make a game, or developing a game. Not too much of a game yet. Thought that might have had errors for a second. Oops. That's wrong. There we go. Now this will be a really interesting thing. So that should be visualizing where it renders, but it's completely black. UV, world to camera. Value, log. Oh yeah, absolute log. Wait, what? Why is it green? I guess that's the Y distance. UV, red, green. Yeah, so the red is the X, the green is the Y. I'm gonna try no filter on it, no log or anything. Oh, weird. So that's the one that's rendering wrong. The full red is rendering correctly. Okay, I do not understand what these values are. I would think this would be going from -1 to 1. Ah, yeah, that's because this is a small value. Okay. I actually need to take out the world to camera to debug this correctly. Oh yeah, there we go. Okay. I have absolutely no idea what's happening still. Shit. Alright, we're gonna try something simple. We're just gonna try flipping the UVs with this value. We're going to see if this works correctly. So one of these should flip when they reset. Yeah, okay. So it did flip. Maybe I could just keep everything exactly the same. You know what? This doesn't need to be exactly mathematically correct. I could just flip the fish around there. Or wait, actually. I could just flip this position around and not actually do any flip here. Like this. This should work, I think. What the hell, it's absolutely invisible now. Okay. So the camera, this is so weird. The camera is actually positioned correctly. But this isn't. But the player itself.
I'm just trying flipping the position in the shader now. I honestly wouldn't have thought this was it, but this might be the solution. Oh, whoa, no, what's that? No. That creates a So I don't know why that doesn't work. What if I flip this position as well as the camera? Oh my god, I got it. There we go. Oh my god. That took way too long. So the one looks almost behind the other. I think that's due to the way my step function floors. The way the step function works. So I'm not sure if I'll change that. That almost gives you a way of telling which one you are, if you're mirrored or not. Alright, I'm going to look at rendering an actual other fish now. First of all, it's going to mean sending the fish's coordinates, and have this opponent position. Sends over the opponent's position to the server. So we're going to do that here in our loop. The opposition equals no. If it doesn't, then we're going to send a packet to it. Okay, so now we need to create an opponent. So we've got our player, we'll create a new one called opponent. We're just literally copying the player's code here, placing with opponent.
And actually, we don't want to enable the physics or the rendering here. Or not yet. So when we get an opponent right here, we're going to enable it. And right here, set the opponent X. To this. And then we also need to set the opponent mirrored to whatever the player isn't. Okay, honestly, I think that's actually enough to do basic. I think that's a basic networked game right there. Let's try it. If what I think is right, then that should actually show another fish. Oh. The server's offline. That, yeah, that explains why it's not working. Alright, here we go. So we should see another circle going from the other direction, just like that. Okay, why is it? Oh. Okay, that's interesting. It kind of worked. What I'm gonna do, so when the opponent first initializes there, it has no position. So I'm gonna set it to something like super far away. So you can't see it, or up above, so you can't see it, and then it'll only show up when it updates its position. Why it blinked for a while? That was it not having a position, I believe, and then updating the position. We will see. Alright, again. Why is it getting disconnected from the server? Is that a WebSocket error? I think it's when it goes to update the chunk here.
Yeah, there's something about this. I'm not sure if it's because the opposition might get set to null. I don't think so. It might just be something with the WebSocket server itself. I could have a bug in that. Try just doing this on its own. Huh. It goes back to the main menu before it disconnects. Oh my god, it's actually colliding with it. Oh my god, I'm dumb. The physics engine is triggering a collision. I gotta go and set the collision mask to... I'll just set the collision mask to 0. It doesn't, they can't collide with anything. Yeah, I was really worried there for a second there was actually an issue with the server. I think that's working. I don't know what that jumping is. I'll have to figure that out, but they seem to be passing each other at the right time. Or around that. What is that position jump? I wonder if it's sending the wrong position right away. That's probably what it's doing. Either way, I'm so happy that it has the basic networking in. I think part of it also is it's running at a 1 tick rate. Yeah, it's definitely sending the wrong position at the beginning. Trying to fix up that stuff. Yeah, it's actually gonna be really hard for me to test the actual gameplay of this. There's literally no way for me to test the gameplay of this on my own unless I build a bot to play for me. Which might actually be... I might actually do that. I might make a bot for this. That's actually something that would be really fun to do. Anyways, I was just planning on a short stream this morning. I wanted to get that basic. I wanted the fish to be able to see each other, so now it's an actual online game. You can actually, there's actual multiple players in the world of the game. I'm very happy with that progress. I'm pretty positive I'll be back this afternoon for another programming stream of this. Maybe not though. I don't know. One guarantee is though, we will be doing another shader art stream at some point today. I'm not sure when. I think it's going to be just like tomorrow. I'm going to try and do the same time, around 5 p.m. EST, and if not, like 6 p.m., 7 p.m. EST. We'll see about that. Other than that, I hope you enjoyed this bit of game development stream. We're going to be doing a lot more game development here, which I'm very excited to say. Probably a lot of JavaScript, but there's going to be a lot of C programming as well, because I can't resist doing stuff like servers and high performance things in C. See you around. I hope you have a good day wherever you are.